Michelle from Memoirs of a Movie Maven, and the movie I'm reviewing for you today is Scream 4. Starring Lucy Hale, Shanae Grimes, Oscar winner Anna Paquin, Saturn Award winner Kristen Bell, Amy Teagarden, Brittany Robertson, Saturn Award winner Neve Campbell, Alison Brie, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, Saturn winner Hayden Panettiere, Emma Roberts, Marley Shelton, Daytime Emmy nominee Nancy O'Dell, Eric Knudsen, Indie Spirit winner Rory Culkin, Nico Tortorella, Anthony Anderson, Adam Brody, two-time Oscar nominee Mary McDonnell, and Indie Spirit nominee Heather Graham. It was written by Saturn winner Kevin Williamson from Scream 1 and 2, and directed by Saturn winner Wes Craven of the original Scream trilogy. Marketed as a sequel/reboot, except it's really not. It's been 11 years since the third Scream movie. Dewey is now the sheriff of Woodsboro, which was the setting of the original Scream movie. He and Gale Weathers have been married for 10 years. She's an author. Sydney is back in Woodsboro on the last city of her book tour. She wrote a book about survival. The ghost-faced killer emerges. It becomes known that the girls that he is targeting are none other than Sydney's young cousin, played by Emma Roberts, and her friends, played by Hayden Panettiere and a bunch of other people. If you've never seen the first 3 Scream movies, watch them before you watch this one. That's the only way you're going to know the original characters from the new cast. And there's information, a lot of references, some jokes, and parallels between the old cast and the old movies and the new movie that are written in there, and they're very clever, but if you haven't seen the first 3 movies, you're not going to recognize any of them, and you're not going to enjoy this movie as much. The thing that you have to understand is this movie is not a reboot. It's a satire of a reboot. And other than a few jump scares and some pretty brutal, realistic-looking fight sequences, the tone of this movie is much lighter than the other previous movies. I think they realized that you can't top the first one, so don't try to just make a carbon copy of the original movie. So instead, they made fun of the horror genre as it is today. Most horror movies nowadays are remakes and reboots and rehashes. And that's where the movie soared. Great, clever, self-aware dialogue that the other Scream movies, the first 2 especially, are famous for. Now, the famous intro from the first 3 movies have always been really scary, and for this one they took it in a different, surprising direction that I don't want to spoil for you, but I thought it was pretty genius. The middle is where it seemed to have a few problems, and that culminated from too many characters and too many kills. You didn't have enough time to get to know a character before they were killed, which is why it's important for you to have seen the first 3 movies so you can care about the original cast, and so at least when their lives are in danger, you do have moments of really intense tension and suspense. I got a little worried that this movie was going to have a really great, strong opener, but then was just going to go downhill. But then the ending happened. The killer was revealed. And though the acting of the killer was a bit uneven, I really, really liked it. I predicted it. The motive of the killer, how they played out the end, the parallels between the first movie and the new movie, I thought were really, really clever. And when the movie ended, that's when I realized, wow, this movie was a satire of a reboot from the beginning, and it explained the issues that they had with the middle that I had a problem with. It explained those and it made them make sense. They planned it from the beginning of the movie, exactly what was going to happen, the tone, and everything played into the fact that this was a satire of a reboot rather than a production company's sad attempt to make money off an original trilogy. And they made fun of that instead of seriously trying to do that. Because if they did it, it would have been terrible. But the fact that they made fun of it worked for the movie. Kevin Williamson is amazing at satires. If you've seen Teaching Mrs. Tingle, he's very good at strong dialogue, and that's why this movie worked for me. Surprisingly enjoyed it. See it, but don't see it with the intention of seeing a horror film, because it's not super scary. Don't go with the intention of hating it, and don't go with the intention of it being just like the first Scream, because it's not. It's not possible. The first Scream was the first. It was the original, and it did something for horror movies. This movie is not going to be the classic that the first Scream is, even though it has been 10 years and it is a whole new audience of kids and young adults that can watch this movie who maybe weren't even alive when the other movies came out, when the first movie came out 15 years ago. I've grown up with this movie. Surprisingly to me, the rating that I'm giving this movie is actually noteworthy. I can't give an epic just because it is a sequel, but they did a very good job with it. I was so worried, but I had so much fun, and you're going to have a lot of fun if you go, especially if you go with a big group of people. I'll definitely buy this on DVD. It'll go with my little collection. If you liked Scream 4, then you'll also like the original Scream trilogy, I Know and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and Urban Legend. Well, that's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my blog, www.moviemavenmemoirs.blogspot.com, where you will find all of my movie reviews, plus written reviews and other movie-related articles. Follow me on Twitter @MovieMemoirs. Join my Facebook group, Memoirs of the Movie Maven. Those links are below. Thanks for watching, and comment below. Let me know. Did you like it? Good as the original? Better? Total crap, they shouldn't have made it?